angry, Aussie. 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 Angry, Aussie. Aussie. Angry.
All right, here we are, starting live, and yes, I'm making a video, so the chickens are in charge. Just want to make sure that's out. Move my chick. Oh, I just realized something. Do. All right, I'm just adjusting. Oh, wow. Someone's still hanging on to Game of Thrones. Good for you. Good for you. Oh, that guy was a good character, too. What else have I seen him in recently? The actor. I feel like I've seen him in something else. There we go. I need to fucking adjust those pictures again. They're wrong. But that's okay. Actually, that's just crooked. I'm just gonna... Is that better? Little things. Sometimes I notice it. Nicely done, Megalich, with the correct response. Valadaharis Valamagulis. And hi, Musical Aviator. How are you doing? Been very good seeing all your pictures of your rehearsals as well. Been enjoying that. All right. Quickly do this one. G'day, cocktail lovers. It is the second week of September as I shoot this video, which means it's eggnog time, which might sound a bit odd to some people. And I do tend to ascribe to the Homer Simpson worldview on almost anything. And he did notably say that we only get the 30 noggy days of December until the government takes it away from us. But you know what the government can't do? Can't stop me or you from making your own eggnog. And despite what some people may think, no one can stop me from aging it for months. I think I first read about eggnog aging about a year ago, and people were talking about aging it anywhere from 3 weeks to a year. And in case you're freaked out, because there's obviously eggs and milk and cream in this, the alcohol content, if you keep it high enough, and I think it just has to be above 14%, then you aren't going to get any nasty greeblies because the alcohol will kill them. Science has proved this, okay? It isn't just me. It is real, valid scienticians, whatever those people are called. I'm going to go one further than a lot of the people I read about. They aged their... I'm going to go one step further than a lot of the people I've read about who tend to age their eggnog in bottles. I'm going to age it in a barrel because, of course, I am. I made a huge batch. I used 10 eggs and then blended in about 1.5 cups of sugar and then blended in 1/2 cup. I made a huge batch. I started with 10 eggs and whipped them up, then whipped in about 1.5 cups of sugar, another cup of milk. I made a huge batch. I started with 10 eggs and whipped them up, then whipped in about 1.5 cups of sugar, a cup of heavy cream, another cup or two of milk, and that's a whole thing happening right there. I added a little bit of lemon essence. I added a little bit of vanilla essence just because I had some lying around. Then, of course, there was the booze side. Most people recommend a mix of whiskey, rum, and cognac. I went with what I had on hand. Actually, I wanted to empty a couple of bottles. So my mystery most people recommend a mix of whiskey, rum, and cognac to go in the eggnog. I used a few extra things, which is largely because I had some bottles I wanted to empty. So my mystery blend of booze actually also has sherry, port, as well as the whiskey, rum, and cognac. Car going past. I'm not going right down to the details of the recipe I used because you should basically make the eggnog that you like or search online. I will put some links to some recipes that were basically my inspiration for the recipe I used, but go with your favorite eggnog and scale it up or down. I ended up with about 2 liters. One of these barrels holds a bit over 1 litre, so I have a lot left over. And that's a shame. One of these barrels holds a bit over 1 litre, so I'm left with a lot left over. That's a real shame. I'll probably drink it. I'll leave the barrel until December at least. And if I can restrain myself from drinking all the other eggnog, I might be able to check in at a month and 2 months to see what it tastes like, because it's supposed to get mellower over time. Having said that, I am going to taste some right now. A little bit of Overrun. Just pour myself a dainty little glass. Nice sort of chocolate milk colour, and damn, that's good. Oh my God, that is so yum. Is that going to get better? Everyone tells me it's going to get better. I can also tell you it's incredibly boozy, so I'm quite confident that the microbes will all be killed by the alcohol content. I'll probably be safe. We'll see down the line, I guess. The next time you see me in this video, be somewhere between 1 and 3 months will have elapsed. All right, that's me with the forward planning. Okay, now we'll sit down and see what's happening. The audio fucking died. Okay, shit. Not happy about that. Bad planning on my part. Actually, do a couple things here. Turn this off. Move that. Alright, your time has been served, chickens, for now, anyway. Oh, wait, where's my eggnog? Get my eggnog on. Just got to finish this off, honestly. Oof. Okay. Should have let me die behind beyond the wall. Instead of Thoros, there goes the treasure. Well, it was a whole thing, really. Okay, I'll switch this banner off. Let's go over it. Trumpet Sonata by Hindemith. Final movement named which translates to All Men Must Die. Nice. As the subtitle Trauermusik translates to funeral music, trumpeter's joke, it's actually trauma music because it's challenging for breath control. Classical music humor. I love it. All right. This is genuinely fucking yum, this eggnog. Oh, that's fucking great. I mean, honestly, I had been buying the eggnog from the supermarket and just adding booze to it, but it's not super difficult to make. Oh, it's so fucking good. I'm just going to make my own eggnog. I'm not going to make any more before December anyway. Because Mrs. Angry was tasting it and she really likes it. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to restrain her from drinking the other stuff that's in a bottle in the fridge. She knows I'm keeping the barrel. Man, that's just really fucking good. That's 9 out of 10. It's so sweet. There's so much sugar in it. You're drinking Dornish swill. This, my friend, this fucking rocks. This is really good. I've been meaning to do this for a couple of weeks, and I kept asking about on the weekends and not doing it. I'm doing my hair back. And I was worried I wasn't going to do it today as well, so I just fucking got down to it and did it. And hot damn if it isn't good. Also, I did 2 other projects this weekend. I got my blood orange liqueur happening. So this has got everything in it now. 95% rectified spirit, vodka, blood orange syrup, and blood orange juice. Now to leave it in here, the peel's still in here. Leave it in there, I don't know, for a week or 2. And then I'm going to put that into a barrel and age it for at least a month in the barrel. And see what happens from there. And I'm not even making a video for that one. I did make a video kind of my test batch, which was good, which convinced me to make a bigger batch. So I've already done the video, so I'm not doing another one. But I have to admit, I get these philosophical questions. If I'm making booze and it isn't a video, am I really making booze? Because it's so tied to videos with me. Oh my God, that's so fucking nice. 2 big symphony performances this weekend. Lead trumpet, 18th century trumpet for Beethoven 7th. And this afternoon, 1.5 hour long Mahler 2nd as 8th of 10th trumpet. Nice. Great. So after Mahler, your ears are ringing. You still got tinnitus. 110 musicians, 300 singers is loud when 10 of them are trumpets. 8 are French horns, 4 trombones, and the town hall organ. Hot damn. Greenie, how are you going? Oh, you're a wine man. Okay. See, I don't drink wine at all. Actually, okay. I drink like vermouths and aromatized wines in cocktails and a little bit of port sometimes, but I generally don't drink. Oh, you're a chilled white man. Okay. Sorry, I just realized that could mean 2 things. You're a chilled white man. Good. Okay. Yep. Look who's going to get cancelled. Oh, you like mead? You can even get mead at Dan Murphy's. For those who don't know, mead is basically distilled honey. Oh wait, is it distilled or brewed? Let's get a definition. What is mead. Alcoholic beverage. It's fermenting honey mixed with water. Okay, so it's fermented. Okay. I actually have distilled honey over there. It's they call it an eau de vie. Actually, they love wordplay, so they called it eau de vie. But that's very different. Distilled honey is extremely different to fermented honey, which is the base of mead. Basically, mead tastes more like honey than the distilled honey that I have. Brett spent 3 hours teaching an AI chatbot of Barack Obama how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! And you're looking to while away more finite time. You can while away time with me. I would probably also need to be taught to play Yu-Gi-Oh! I have no idea if I would be a more adept student or a worse student than an AI chatbot of Barack Obama. I saw someone had a thing on Twitch, and they had, it was, I suppose we call them chatbots, virtual Donald Trump and Joe Biden. So it's like a pretend presidential debate. The voices were quite good. Like they could construct sentences quite quickly, and the voices were pretty close to the real voices. And as I understand it, that's not that hard to do. The video looked pretty good. Okay, so it was obviously fake. You look at it because it jumped and jutted and whatnot, and it's obviously fake. And they were having fun because the chat bots would say things based on what people put in the chat. So they were swearing and abusive and da 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 da. And it honestly, I found it mildly entertaining. Obviously fake, but of course, then it gives you chills because you go, okay, this technology is changing so fast. And if this is just a thing someone's playing with, and this is like real time, these that might be the thing where I saw them. So road trip is I don't know, but that actually sounds good too. Yeah. But this was a fake presidential debate, and they were doing the words in real time. And while it's obviously fake now, this technology is going to change and improve so quickly. It really is. I mean, you can't really believe anything now. And people have always been fooled into doing things based on absolutely false information. So maybe people are just shit. Wars have started on false information. The powers that be wanted a war, and they just fed a line to the population, and the population ate it up. So the bloody AI things are just a bit more slick. Yes, Starfield, Rottweiler dude. Everyone's talking about Starfield at the moment. There was, for a little while, everyone was talking about Baldur's Gate 3. Now everyone's talking about Starfield. Sorry. Is that another one that exists? Obama, Biden, and Trump playing Minecraft, or just something you want to see? And hey, Safa, how are you going? Well, it's certainly possible, because you could definitely make, without too much trouble, an extremely compelling bit of false video now. But where AI is going to come into it is you're going to be able to do it real time. Like you would be able to have one of these AI bots replying to questions in real time and have it be extremely compelling, which is, Pretty goddamn disconcerting stuff. All right, so that's an actual thing you've seen. Obama, Trump, and Biden doing Minecraft was on YouTube Shorts. Nice. Mr. Green. Personal movies and TV shows based on her. Well, I have opinions about the quality of any writing AI does. And on one level, it's kind of pointless to point to it now and say, it's obviously shit. The things they write are shit and derivative and unusable and whatnot. But the language model is probably going to get more complex and more believable. And God damn it, if there aren't a lot of human writers out there who are really derivative and hacky. So, yeah, see, Safi, you're talking about one of those fucking reality shows on TV. Means nothing to me. I haven't. This is again. I just sound like a huge douchebag hipster saying this, but as a pure statement of fact, I haven't watched broadcast television in years, and I feel like I can safely say I have literally never watched any of those reality so-called reality shows. Well, actually, okay, you raise a good point, Megalich. Chicken Rebellion was the high point of AI story writing that I can remember. But so yeah, but the fact that the way the large language models are programmed means they can only be derivative. Wait, did I miss Jamo? Right, I'm just gonna. What is this thing doing to me? Do 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 do. Okay, I don't know what's going on. All right, I don't know what that is. Yes, I am a snob about many things. Cocktails, obviously. Television too. Yes. You'd say you'd never watch reality TV. What would it be like to make a computer simulation of the moon landing? I mean, that kind of sounds fun. Harry, that's what I mean. AI is literally, by those large language models, are literally by definition derivative. And at the moment, they are shittily and unimaginatively derivative. It's almost inevitable they'll get better. But all you're saying is nuclear devastation is the price of having an AI waifu. That's a sacrifice you're willing to make. And honestly, legitimate position. So, Music Elevator, in your reality show, astronaut candidates have to go through training, selection. So 3 of them do landing real time in a real sized simulator. And the rejects do ground control. Honestly, that sounds great. That sounds more creative than most of those shows. Oh, yeah. No, Rottweiler, dude. These political ones, there is no doubt whatsoever they are dangerous. Are we trying to make ChatGTP come up with different stories? Oh, yeah. No. At the moment, it's shite. It is absolutely legit terrible. Logic suggests they will get better. How much better? Who knows? There are mountains of bullshit hype to go with the bloody AI engines at the moment. Like there is such an enormous amount of absolute bullshit that people talk about them. Like any talk about self-aware, genuine intelligence is just horseshit magical thinking, because it's like they just think it's going to magically come to be, because we can't even define human consciousness. We can't put a fence around this makes a human consciousness. So the idea that you can program a consciousness to exist um, is absolutely absurd, like patently fucking ridiculous. So then you get these people who think it's just going to magically come into being and go, that's literally magical thinking. It's going like, yeah, it's just going to happen. Oh God. Okay. Graham, the Mandela effect. When I heard, like, I've known what the Mandela effect is, knows the Berenstain Bears, not the Berenstein Bears, and various other things. But it was cited because the person who coined it thought Nelson Mandela died in prison. They didn't know Nelson Mandela had gone on to be a South African president and notable person around the world for decades. And I was just going like, oh my God, you're just a fucking moron. What sort of insular bullshit life are you leading where you thought Nelson Mandela died in prison? I just cannot wrap my head around someone being that goddamn ignorant. That was stunning. That's why it's called the Mandela effect, because this person thought Nelson Mandela died in prison, and they got really shocked when they found out, he was president of South Africa. It's just fucking ridiculous. So you can make AI for silly or lewd things, you want to express actual love and human emotions possible. Well, and that's exactly it. No AI, large language model, chatbot, and whichever terms you want to use to them, none of these things want to do anything. The programming of some of them is extremely clever, and it reproduces language that sounds natural, that seems natural. And, you find that huge sections of the human population are shit at communicating. So you can already get interactions with a chatbot that feel very real. Some of them are just obviously flawed, but occasionally you can have interactions that feel extremely real. And as I said, tie that in with the fact that huge chunks of the population are shit at expressing themselves. It will be easy to get confused. Harry, the Mandela effect confuses you. You either remember something accurately or don't. Yeah, no, the Berenstain Bears is a big one. That's one of the prime Mandela effect ones. But there's a few others, like confusing a Shaquille O'Neal movie and thinking that other American personality Sinbad made a movie about being a genie. I'm assuming you're being lighthearted there, Brat, because he obviously did not prove any such thing. And yes, mentally unstable person crashed their car into some pedestrians in another car right in the middle of the city. And yes, that's an incredibly distressing thing to have happen. So, yes, the Mandela effect, it's wild. But as I said, I got ever so angry when I found out why it's called the Mandela effect, because that person who had that lack of understanding about Nelson Mandela, goddamn fucking moron. Oh yeah, Brett, and there's lots of movie lines that everyone's sure exist and they don't. Luke, I am your father is a big one. What was? Oh yeah, from right back in that Humphrey Bogart movie, Casablanca. Play it again, Sam. That line doesn't exist in the movie. I think there was one in Jaws, although I never understood how people got it right there. We're going to need a bigger boat. Some people have a misremembering of that. Yeah. Berenstain Bears is an alternate reality known as a warped and idiotic one. Again, people just doing stuff to do stuff, really. That's my deep and meaningful thing. But yeah, it's wacky times. Yeah, my biggest problem with deep fakes and AI stuff and whatever is not so much that people will believe false things, because people already believe false things. You know, right back to centuries of persecution of Jewish people based on absolute fabrications, and stuff that's literally got millions of people killed. My biggest problem with deep fakes and AI and whatnot is someone being caught for real, like on video, recorded, doing or saying something heinous, and then them just saying, that wasn't me, that's deep fake AI, and that being a plausible defense. That's my biggest concern. And yes, also, Brett, I agree, the line, "Smile, you son of a bitch," awesome line. Oh, Philip K. Dick wrote some very cool stuff. Yeah, particularly about not trusting reality. Brett, the flat earthers are fascinating to me, because flat earther forums are split between, well, absolute idiots who literally believe the earth is flat, and a bunch of trolls who just go in and say increasingly outrageous things to see who they can get to go along with it. And it just works. They say this really quite outrageous thing, and some wingnuts on the forums just lap it up. They go, yeah, Australia's not real. It's just like, so yeah, people always have, always will believe stupid shit. People always have, always will go to war based on lies. Like, people don't need compelling video evidence of something to engage in acts that result in the deaths of millions. They just don't. They just need to be told things. That's just happened again and again and again and again throughout history. So maybe humans are just kind of shit. I mean, I think at some point we have to consider that possibility, that humans might just be awful. Is that even that big a stretch to go, oh, yeah, no, I actually think people just kind of fucking suck. This is good. And last night was so quiet, and that's fine. I love having a quiet night sometimes. But this is really, I'm not going to make any more videos. This is just really engaging conversation. That's Chomsky, wasn't it, Graham? Manufacturing Consent. But yeah, there are a bunch of good books through
particularly the 20th century, of just really documenting the degree to which we're indoctrinated, how we're controlled by propaganda. It's wild. Brett, your thetan levels aren't high enough. Yeah, I think honestly, those are on a level. Flat Earth, alien abductions, Joe Rogan's a rational thinker. Oof. Every now and then, I think it's just Joe Rogan's a classic sniffs his own farts guy. It's like there was a period where he wasn't a terrible person, and it's just like, oh yeah, believe your wacky things, mate. You have these conversations and whatnot. But he just disappeared up his own asshole so far. And it's really weird to watch him because sometimes he will pull someone up who says something phenomenally stupid. And other times he'll be the one saying something phenomenally stupid, or he's really on board with his guest who's saying something phenomenally stupid. It's really, you like Fear Factor? Yeah. I liked in Chappelle's show, which was, Jesus, how long ago was that? 20 years? It was a long time ago. They had a Fear Factor spoof in it at one point. And it was like with Joe Rogan doing it. And Dave Chappelle was doing his crackhead character. And the crackhead won Fear Factor because basically he was so fucked up, there was nothing he wouldn't do. It was pretty good. Oh, God, you even remember his name, Brett. Tyrone Biggums. Holy shit. Your memory's better than mine. God damn, Tyrone Biggums. Holy cow. That's some wild shit. All right, I'm going to do a thing here. I'm going to rationalize some things. That's a cure. That's an old-fashioned. I'm just going to blend these together. Get better. All right. Old Maker's Mark bottles. I hope I don't make a mess. Let's get this happening. So I'm going really quiet because I'm concentrating. And it's difficult for me to talk and concentrate on a physical task at the same time. Limited brain power at my disposal. Jacqueline, there is sugar and spice and several nice things in this. A lot of sugar, because I made a liqueur. There's spices in there. The everything nice, be some, I think it's some whiskey and some rum, actually. Right. Oh, got music over you about it, remembering people's names. Oh, I have to use someone's name so many times before I remember it. So if it's just a casual thing, I'm definitely forgetting the name. Friends of mine that are band, they actually had a song about it. It was called "What's in a Name," and it was just great. It just really captured how awkward and awful you feel when you just can't remember names. There's a thing about when someone tells you their name and you've like forgotten it almost straight away, and you want to say something, but you're so awkward. And the lyric was, "The moment to say this, it comes and it goes. Then when we meet, I'm forced to nameless hellos." And it was like, oh, dude, I feel that. Brett, you feel bad. You remember every TV show character, but someone can tell you every time, oh, my brain stores so much fucking useless shit. Like, I might have remembered Tyrone Biggums if I'd really put my mind to it. I'm pretty impressed how quickly you came up with it, quite honestly. Yeah. Graham, can't remember the names of your students. What are you teaching? I really don't know what you're up to. Graham, by the way, for regulars, Dubbo connection, someone I went to school with. I'm reconnecting with more and more Dubbo people on Facebook. Yeah. Oh, God, that would be actually, which conductor did you work with there? Was it Carlos? Oh, you're teaching aviation at uni. Nice. I'm just sitting here stabbing cocktail cherries. Yeah, no, Safa. To the best. I don't know. Greenie, are you still in Dubbo? I don't even know if you're still in Dubbo. It's become folklore on the stream that everything and everyone in West Dubbo is weird. I know when I knew you were in South Dubbo. That's safe. So, yes, it's become... oh, you're in Queensland now. Okay. Well, that's safe. Yeah, it has become folklore on the stream that everyone and everything in West Dubbo is weird, because that's just my memory of West Dubbo. Various family members live there for all. You like the shirt? My happy hour shirt? Always happy hour. I mean, what else is on the design? It's cocktails, of course. One on the rocks. Oh, and apparently I have live jazz every night. I didn't even realize I had live jazz every night. You know, just goes to show I'm a very busy guy. It is a very dark drink now. Oh, Rays, how you doing? Oh, see, Greenie agrees with me. West Dubbo. Ooh. Rays. Yeah, look, honestly, I haven't cracked them out yet. Maybe I'll do it. And hey, Strictly Sega, how you doing? It does look yummy. I think it's going to be yummy. I just because there's a little bit left in 2 bottles, so I mixed my barrel-aged old-fashioned with my barrel-aged liqueur. So I think it's going to be very yummy. Oh my God, that's so fucking good. In a shocking turn of events, this is really good. God damn. Oh, that's good. Ooh, it's got this little, it's almost like a burnt toffee flavor in there. And I think that's partly coming from the brown sugar syrup I made and partly from the char on the barrels. Oh, God damn it, that's good. Brett, you want live jazz every night? Have holotanes of Team Domino before the bombs dropped. I'm sure that's a reference, and I'm not getting it. But I did tease that I had, look, packaging, they are the gayest Twisties. A partnership with Donut King. Cinnamon donut flavored Twisties. Now, as a possible spoiler, Twisties have been doing ridiculous flavors for a little while, just letting people vote what should we mash it up with. And they do ridiculous ones. They had a raspberry one, which I got, and it was fucking terrible. Like, I couldn't eat it. It was awful. All right, I thought it sounded I thought it was going to be a timey video game thing. Fallout, which I've got out there. I've never played. Mrs. Angry has that. Anyway, momentous times. Trying. Ooh, they kind of look like the old chicken Twisties. A bit sort of yellower and dark. Anyway, fortune favors the bold. What do they taste like? Okay, so they're sweet, which is very disconcerting with a Twistie. I mean, they're not great. They do genuinely taste like, God, they taste like yeasty donuts. They're way crunchier than donuts. Okay. They do have a genuine sort of yeast cinnamon donut taste, which is pretty fucking weird, quite honestly. They might be growing on me a bit. They're not repulsive. The raspberry ones were just fucking repulsive. I didn't eat them. I tried them a couple times. It's like, no. I chucked them on a table out in the backyard for the birds to eat, which is probably very unhealthy for the birds to be eating them. But over a period of about 2 or 3 days, they did actually eat them all. There was a big old raven came down a couple times. Must have liked them. Those birds are so impressive. I'd love to make friends with one and have it following me around because they're huge. I was just like, oh, I think they're a bit bigger than magpies. No, they're about 2 to 3 times the mass of magpies. They're fucking huge and just jet black. They're such cool birds. Woke up and watched Big Fish. Oh, I've still never watched that. That's some film with Ewan McGregor in it, yeah? So, Brett, you reckon they look like Taco Bell cinnamon twists, consistently ranked as the worst fast food to search? Well, that's a claim to fame. You're the worst. Everyone remembers you. They forget the mediocre ones, but they remember the worst ones. Fucking hell. So that's 2 kick-ass home concoctions of it tonight. God damn it, that is really good. I liked the liqueur and I liked the old-fashioned. Blending them together, stroke of fucking genius. Oh, yeah, Tim Burton movie. That's right. Yes, I said, okay, I'm going to try it. Honestly, these are growing on me a bit. They're extremely weird. They are genuinely growing on me, though. The last thing you get is a sort of savory corn flavor. Huh. Okay. That is genuinely growing on me. Do the cocktail and chips complement each other? No, but the cocktail's fucking awesome. It's so good. Whew. Man, that's really good. I should have put those 2 together sooner. That's really good. Well, I've had a busy project weekend. that probably counts as a minor project. I mean, God, that's probably close to 500 mils because that's a 1 litre bottle. So that's probably close to 500 mils, which is, I don't know, 5 or 6 more drinks. Not tonight. I'm not going to have 5 or 6 more drinks tonight. Graham, you got, the Swamp Thing movie. Hot damn. Oh, God, I vaguely remember that. Yeah, I mean, that's a completely legit Sunday arvo. I was going to watch some stuff, but then I was like, oh, I've got these projects I wanted to do, and I won't do them if I sit down and watch TV. So I spent the day editing video, making my eggnog, making this. So I kind of feel a little bit productive. Okay, these Twisties, genuinely surreal. The sweetness and savory. I mean, I'm going to call them a winner. The raspberry ones were an abomination. It's so funny though. Like the packaging is so pink. I expect them to be even sweeter. Like I expect them to taste like a donut with strawberry icing, but they're a cinnamon donut. So I'm not altogether sure why they made the packaging so pink. I guess that's Donut King colors. Yeah, actually, that would be it. I think pink are Donut King colors. That would make sense. All right, I'm going to have a little, and I'm going to stop eating these. They're getting a bit moreish. No, I've not played Starfield. Oh yeah, no. I saw the pronoun. Those people are such fucking losers. Oh, strictly so you can say it's because Donut King Lotus Pink. Yeah. Hannah, hello. Oh, okay. Look, Hannah, your mileage may vary, but I think I like them. They're very weird. You do get the cinnamon and sweet, and even a yeasty donut taste. And there's something vaguely savory at the end. I mean, you should try them. You could be like me with the raspberry ones. Try them and go, these are disgusting, and throw them out. That one I don't think I'll throw out, actually. I'm gonna. It's weird as hell, and that's obviously the central premise of the whole thing. Be weird as hell. And they've achieved that. They've managed to be weird as hell. Yeah, mission accomplished, as the saying goes. Yeah, it's they're not cheesy at all. Graham, heading off. Preparation reading to do. All right. Having a good day teaching aviation tomorrow, I guess. So yeah, the taste is absolutely not what I was expecting, Hannah. Not cheesy. Again, they're very sweet, and some sort of corny, savory taste at the end. Yes, being angry that a game about future space people has an option to suggest pronouns. It's just that whole fucking culture war, right wing bullshit. It's kind of split evenly between shameless grifters who are just trying to cause grief to raise their own profile, and the other half are genuine fucking morons who think they're making a statement by saying, "Oh, I don't use pronouns." So what you do, you goddamn idiot. What you actually mean is you're transphobic, and you refuse to countenance the idea that there's any gender identity outside the binary you imagine. Yeah, and okay, like Tim Pool is a goddamn moron. He is a fucking idiot. He is an unintelligent person. And I think he has repeated his lies often enough that he believes them. But he's a grifter. He's a con artist. He's a piece of shit. All right, Hannah, you cracked them open. Cinnamon, yes. Sweet, yes. Savory, yes. No idea. Actually, excellent summary, Hannah. Stale Royal Exhibition churro mixed with a Dagwood dog. Excellent call. Very colourful and poetic. Yeah, and that's the thing. That whole anti-pronoun crowd, they're equally split between bad faith actors who don't mean a goddamn thing they say, and they're just grifters trying to con money out of idiots, and the idiots. And you can't tell them apart. It's like the old saying about, the guy who fucked a goat but said he was doing it ironically. And it's like, well, you still fucked a goat. Like, you know, Tim Pool's like, oh, he doesn't really believe it. He's not really that stupid. He's, you know, just doing it to pander to those people. And just going, well, he still fucking said it. I get what you're saying, Strictly Sega. I don't agree manipulative equals smart. I think he's completely amoral. I think he's completely shameless. I don't think being able to see the cause and effect of tell ridiculous extreme lies and ridiculous extreme morons latch onto you. I don't think that's smart. That's, to me, is fairly obvious cause and effect, but I know where you're coming from. I guess I would tend to use words like cunning rather than smart. Because he is not a smart person. He's not an intelligent person. Because if he ever comes up against a smart person, he falls apart instantly because he is a man of straw. There is nothing to him. He has no integrity. He has no intellectual or moral rigor. He is just is smart ass rather than smart. He's just a piece of shit. He's a blatantly lying, grifting con artist. He's seen the grift and he has made a stupid amount of money by exploiting fuckwits. But he's dangerous. Like as people have established for quite a long time, was the terms stochastic terrorism. It's where you don't commit an act of violence or terrorism yourself. And in fact, you may never directly advocate violence or terrorism, but you manipulate gullible people and use phrasing that triggers them into doing violent things. And the idea that you're not responsible for mass murderers who are directly inspired by the things you said is ridiculous. So, Hannah, some people are special kind of stupid. Yes, the world is full of special stupid people. Yeah, it's just it is sad and disturbing. And the thing is, there's been quite a few psychological studies that show if someone repeats something over and over, even when they don't believe the thing they're saying, and it can be far more benign than someone like Tim Pool. It's just like a convert to a religion. Like, you know, you fall in love with someone and they say, I can't marry you unless you convert to my religion. And you just go, yeah, I'll convert to your religion. I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to take it seriously. And then you go to the services for that religion. This is not a universal truth, but it's a common thing that person ends up becoming much more zealous than the people who were born into it. Converts go a bit wacky sometimes. And yeah, you just repeat a thing over and over. In the case of Tim Pool and all those other, usually American right-wing agitators, they say something that they don't believe, that they just know is going to get a response from idiots, and they can milk those idiots for money. But they say them over and over and over and over. They start to believe it and they lose the character. It's like Alex Jones, obviously playing a character, but he was so deeply into the character for so long, he's clearly lost any boundary between himself and the insane shit he says. Yeah, Tim Pool, reasonable centrist. Oh God, the referendum next month. Jesus. The creepy racist fucks who attack anyone who promotes a yes vote publicly. It's so freaking weird. They're such cowards That's and that's also that's a rhetorical device. It's to move what's known as the Overton window. And again, and he's just doing the big lie thing, a typical fucking right winger inspired by Nazi ideology. Repeat the big lie over and over, and people start to believe it. It can be easier to get people to believe big lies than small lies. But yes, the Overton window is the idea of this is the acceptable mainstream discourse politically. And then there's fringe left wing and fringe right wing. What the American, the United States right wingers in particular have been doing since Reagan, probably since the 60s, has been saying more and more extreme things. So what's the reasonable center has been dragged further and further to the right. Oh, yes. No, Hannah, they are very dangerous people. They get bigger platforms. People who are easily led support them. God, Logan Paul's benign. Not that I've been keeping up with him, but I think he's benign compared to people like Tim Pool. He's not great, though. I'm going to have some soda water. Had my very boozy eggnog. Very nice barrel-aged cocktail. Now I'll be a little bit responsible and have some soda water. Oh, God, Crowder's flaming out. Yeah. But again, an absolutely dishonest person, a person who has no integrity, does not believe the things they say, engages in textbook stochastic terrorism, inspires unhinged fringe people to commit acts of murder. It's that straightforward. When you demonize a group of people, you classify them as not human, you classify them as an active danger, and you end up encouraging people to commit violence and, in multiple cases, mass murder. Yes, louder spousal abuse with Crowder. Oh, God, didn't he get burned by that home security footage? God, it's kind of like when you see someone who has a reputation of being left-wing or progressive, and then you get the evidence, oh, they're actually an abusive asshole. Well, that's sad and disappointing. But someone like Crowder, when you find out they're a gross, abusive piece of shit, you go like, oh, duh. Oh, he's Dwight D. Eisenhower, the last good Republican. He's the one who made his closing speech a warning about the military-industrial complex, wasn't he? Which is amazing for a soldier. Strict to say, I'm assuming it was his wife, yeah. She realized his abuse was recorded by the home security system. She kept a copy of it. I'm assuming that's what happened. Hey, Noog, how's it going? That's one way of putting it. Safa Trump did a Palpatine. I am the Senate. Holy shit, like a whole bunch of Proud Boys got, 10 to 20 years prison sentences. And Trump is in extremely serious danger of prison sentences. I don't know how they'll manage that. Oh, I think I've got a lot of nice tastes impregnated on my tongue. And so that soda water tastes really nice. All the little bubbles are liberating the thing. Oh, neat. Got a car. Cool. What did you get? So, Brett, Dwight D. Eisenhower warned about the military-industrial complex, built the interstate system, expanded Social Security, fought for civil rights. Eisenhower, based. Yeah, I think that was the top one, Safa, 22 years. Fuck those guys. And again, that's not stochastic terrorism. That's violent, murderous terrorism they do. So Hannah, Logan Paul's fan base is road raging gym pros, 12-year-olds. Yeah. I don't, again, not that well versed in Logan Paul. I don't get him particularly promoting violence against minorities. He's just douche. I think, Safra, I was reading, I think the thing was treasonous insurrection. I don't know. And yeah, so the defense lawyers were really arguing, is it treason? Does it meet the bar for treason? I mean, all they were really doing was advocating overturning an elected government and probably murdering some sitting members. Is that treason? It's like, fuck those people, honestly. Jesus Christ, the whole red pill thing's been thriving for far too long. So look, you got an 06 Skoda. 1.4 glorious liters of power. Holy shit, they want to charge more for the insurance than the car. Ugh, that's where you get a third party. Oh, yeah, no, Hannah, being a fucking douchebag is definitely a gateway to being a cult leader. You're absolutely right. When someone acts like trash and is rewarded for it, are they going to be encouraged to be less trash or more trash? And if they have these millions of acolytes, are they more or less likely to keep doing things to indulge those acolytes? So, Brett, you got complaints about people in the country getting fucked over by the justice system. Oh, yeah, no, those January 6th, fuck them. Again, do I think prison is a good thing? No, the prison industrial complex is terrible, particularly in the US. It's potentially the worst in the world. But fuck those people. Chog, hello, red pill. I know. I don't think it's even thinly veiled sexism. And yeah, you're right. Oh my God, that fake intellectualism is terrible. I love that as a take. No, UK car insurance. Racketeering, but legal. Sorry, I'm eating more of the bloody donut twisties. Okay, I think I actively like these now. It is an absolutely surreal, sweet and savory mix. Okay, micro. Okay, so very popular Australian savory treat is called Twisties. It's just thinking, I think it's just like corn flour. It's like an alternative to chips or crisps. And they've lately been doing these things. And so they're like savory. The most popular one is cheese flavor. It's got cheese powder on it. And the second most well-known was chicken. And it basically is like it's got chicken stock sprinkled on it. So they've lately been doing this thing where they do really absurd flavors. And they've been doing sweet flavors. And I just got these. These are Donut King cinnamon donut flavored twisties. And they're actually good, which is really bad. Yes, Brett, they are like Fritos. They're not a million miles removed from Fritos. Not Anna, you're planning a Woolies trip to get more. These were half price in Coles. Okay, I don't want to lead anyone astray, but I got this today in Coles for half price. I've gone in there because the Pepsi was half price. And I got a couple other things, and it's like, oh look, half price weird flavor twisties. I have to try those. Yeah, it's a weird mix of sweet and savory. It very much tastes like the cinnamon sugar you get on donuts, and there's sort of the yeasty donut flavor, but then the savory thing. Oh, Chog, they're very weird. They're very weird. All right, I'll show you another one of them, Micro. So they're called Twisties because they kind of look twisted up. They're just weird, random shapes. And the really popular one is covered in cheese powder. So yeah, it's like they do taste like the sweet cinnamon sugar you get on donuts, and they taste a little bit, and then you get this sort of late, you get this sort of savory corn flavor. It's very unsettling how they set off the pleasure centers. That's reasonably close. Crunchy Cheetos. Flavor-wise, the cheese ones, which are the default ones, flavor-wise, they're very much like Cheetos, but much crunchier, much more solid than the way Cheetos dissolve in your mouth. Twisties you crunch up, but flavor-wise, very much like Cheetos. Love the original Twisty. Family pack. Oh yeah, those family packs. They're freaking huge. And yeah, the cheese Twisties fucking rock. I really like them. I'm disturbed how much I like the donut ones. Now I've let Hannah astray. That's a good call. They taste like the crust of a Macca's apple pie, but more drier and crunchier. Yes, that's actually a pretty good analogy. Brett, Tim Tams are Australian. Tim Tams, greatest chocolate biscuit in the world. Love Tim Tams. Cheezels, that's another fine Australian one. Your uvula swelled, start cutting off your freak. Yeah, you having an allergic reaction to Cheezels? Or did you not chew them up enough and sharp bits cut your uvula? A copy and a reimagining of a different chip because everyone... Oh, yeah, no, there's a lot of copying. Chog, the crust of a Macca's apple pie. Oh, no, Chog, they're disturbingly good. They're weird because you go like, sweet Twisties. Something is wrong with that. My brain is just going, something's wrong here. But they're disturbingly good. Which is a big surprise because, as I mentioned before, the previous ones were raspberry flavored and they were fucking terrible. I couldn't eat them. Oh, yeah, that's possibly the peak. Double coated chocolate Tim Tam. God damn. Micros... I think the most common chip flavor in Australia is chicken, but as a one-off, we do actually get meat pie flavored chips sometimes. And I've had them and they're fucking amazing because you taste them and go, oh no, that actually tastes like the cheap meat and gravy. Ooh, and there's a little bit of tomato sauce in there as well. Oh my God. And Safa, they're very limited. Might find it hard to get them, in fact. And I never thought you'd be spending Sunday night breaking down the flavor profile of a chip. You've also had a Cheezel-based allergic reaction. Oh, is there capsaicin in Cheezels? AZ was so allergic to capsaicin it could kill him. Jacqueline, in your hometown, there's a diner you can order a burger sandwich between... Oh, gosh, I've heard of places doing that. A burger inside donuts. Good Lord. I don't think I do remember the full Monty chip, but yeah. Micro, you never cared for chicken flavored chips? Yeah, that's the thing. I grew up Smith's chicken chips. I fucking love them. They were my favorite. Chog, you should make sauteed apple or berry compote. Oh my God. I'm going to say yes to that. Dipping these in a berry compote? Oh my God. It would have if it got the chance, Micro. Like we went into bloody Nando's once, and he could only stay chatting to people for a while because there was so much like capsaicin in the air. He was having trouble breathing. Who said they were triple coated Tim Tams? I mean, I would fucking get them in a heartbeat. I have to admit, I've never heard of them though. Diabetes is alive and well everywhere. I had blood tests earlier this year to make sure I didn't have it, and I think I've corrected my eating to the point that I've lost a little bit of weight. I should be less likely to get it. Yeah, sorry for making you hungry, Brett. It's just the way we do. Hey, Mega Leech. What triggered you? Yeah, sorry, Micro, you're not the only American tonight. Brett's also American. that sounds like a very American thing to do. Oh, diabetes. Oh, do you actually have the diabetes? I never knew that. I got told when I had all these tests earlier this year, your blood sugar level's high. You don't have diabetes, but if you don't do something to bring that down, you will, and you don't want it. So do something to bring the blood sugar down. And I think I've done the right things. We'll find out. I'll probably get more tests done later this year and see if they're better, worse, or same than the ones at the start of the year. I'm hoping they're better. They should be better. I think I've been doing the right things, but... Micro's going Highlander. So anything golden brown or yellow usually. Oh, okay. Is there capsaicin in paprika? Because that's capsicum. Yeah, I guess so. So you're technically allergic to these, but not enough to kill me. Yeah, they probably wouldn't have killed Daisy either. But his sensitivity was bad enough that like he could not sit in a Nando's for very long. Okay, everyone's getting worked up about triple coated Tim Tams, and I don't know if they really exist. Is there capsaicin? I think plain black pepper is completely different. I'm not an expert, but capsaicin I think exists in chili, and what y'all Americans call bell peppers, what we call capsicum. But yeah, I think capsaicin is limited to those. I don't think it's in pepper, but I could very easily be wrong because I'm just talking shit. All right, now I'm looking up. Are there really triple coated Tim Tams? Triple coated. Okay, what the fuck is wrong with what the fuck? Triple coated dogs. Triple coated dogs. What the fuck is that? Tim Tams. Amazon says shop triple coated Tim Tams. Oh, Woolworths has got something. Oh my God, it could be real. Decadent triple choc. Okay, so they're not triple coated. So I think this could be a confusion. We've been doing ads for Twisties. Why not do an ad for Tim Tams? I think it's chocolate biscuit, chocolate cream, and chocolate coating. So it's not triple coated. I don't think it's even double coated. See, Hannah knows what's what. Pepper is piperine. Capsaicin is different. I thought so. Micah, you're inventing quadruple coated fudge dip gooey inside Tim Tams. Yeah, no, there is no triple coated. I think it's just they're calling it triple chocolate. So that's chocolate cream, chocolate biscuits, and chocolate coating. So stand down. There aren't triple coated Tim Tams. I freaking love it. I love the white Tim Tams. Neapolitan ice cream, the classic pink, white, and brown, strawberry, vanilla, and chocolate. That was all the flavors of chocolate when I was growing up. That was it. There were 3 flavors. See, Hannah, this is a thing we need to create in the home lab. Basically get double coated Tim Tams, then dip them repeatedly in some melted chocolate and then let it set and then do it again. Oh my God. You know what I'm going to get? I just thought of the worst / best thing ever. Okay. There is a place that sells it's white chocolate, but it's not cheap shitty white chocolate. It's this cocoa butter white chocolate, fucking full on and so yummy, so much fat and sugar in it. But get some of that from this place, melt it, get a double coated Tim Tam, dip it in this melted cocoa butter white chocolate, let that solidify, and then dip it again. And then that's quadruple coated, 2 coats of cocoa butter white chocolate and 2 coats of chocolate. So I'm probably getting half Tim Smith. I'm just getting decadent, crazy ideas. Oh, chocolate. I love white Tim Tams. I crush them up and snort them. I more crush them up and put them in ice cream. That fucking rocks. I mean, Oreos aren't bad, and there's some pretty wacky flavors of Oreo. So you got Tim Tams. Oh, a giant block of dairy milk. Yes. Shark Tank. Let's do. I mean, just keep doing it. Yeah. Just melt chocolate and dip it in it and let it dry and dip it in again. God damn. We're just having the worst / best ideas tonight. This is so different to last night. Last night was so quiet and just chilling, and it was fine and hanging out. And now it's just everything's just we're just talking about it. And hot damn. Ugh. Whoa. Oh, I was going to have another thing. I might have a bit of this. One of my clarified cocktails. Oh, yeah, no, Whittaker's chocolate's pretty good. Well, see, that's the thing. Top Deck, strictly saying, for those that don't know, Top Deck is like a milk chocolate and a white chocolate. But you could do that layering it to make the megalodon of Tim Tams. Well, that's it would be Top Deck. If you dipped the double coat Tim Tam in the white chocolate, it would be Top Deck Tim Tams. Brett's ordering double stuffed mint Oreo. We're a bad influence. That could be it, Hannah. We're all having a sugar rush. That could be what's happening. Ooh, yes, Chog. Milo vanilla bean ice cream. Like a really good quality vanilla ice cream. Hot damn. Oh my God, an ice magic. Oh shit, yes. And yes, changing the subject, Micro, I did see Mitch McConnell freezing. Dude is he's going to stroke out on camera one day. You're just going to see him, one of these freezers, he's going to freeze and his eyes are, and then just be like, blood will trickle out of his eye socket and then he'll just keel over. But Jesus Christ, American politics is full on them. I mean, fucking Bush and Biden for a start. Not Bush, Trump and Biden. Trump and Biden for a start. Friggin' McConnell's gone. Who else did the fucking Democrats have? Nancy Pelosi, although she seems kind of coherent. There's that one from California, and she is not fucking coherent. She is gone. They need to be out. Hannah, did I see they brought big red frogs? Oh, I love that you remember getting them at the local pool. The big red frogs fucking rock. Was that Mitch McConnell's explanation? He was busy? Like his brain stopped working. Oh yeah, look, you're gonna see me. I mean, Jesus Christ, I probably do it on the fucking streams now. That's because I'm drunk. Jog, you're fantasizing with all the foods. Greek yogurt, blueberries, and my tongue's not working. Greek yogurt, blueberries, and strawberries. Good for you. That's the thing. That's who I was trying to think of. Brett, you knew exactly who I meant. Dianne Feinstein. She's fucking gone. And Strictly Sagan knew her too. She is fucking gone. Okay, micro. It's a lolly, and it's jelly-ish. It's a soft, sort of red confectionery frog. Super yummy. Jog, the Overton window of the Democratic Party's moved to moderate conservative. No, it's kind of like Australia's Conservative Party, the Liberal Party, is slightly to the left of the Democrats in the US. Hannah, the US Constitution is different. You can't get rid of you only get rapid fire presidents like they can get impeached. If they died, that might happen. Micro, red frogs are friggin' awesome. Red frogs are really good. Ooh, that's a good question. Snakes alive or not? I'm trying to think. They're like gummies. Actually, that's probably the best way to describe it, Micro. They're kind of like gummies. The red frog and the snakes alive are not exactly gummies, but they're kind of like gummies. Yeah, Chog, big red frog, good fucking time. Love the big red frog. Yeah, red food coloring and sugar to get 5-year-olds at birthday parties whipped up. There's always the folklore that red food coloring made you hyper, and I don't know if it's true. Oh, we've got Noog's attention with fruit gummies. Yeah, I don't think both houses have ever impeached a president. Strictly say a Bush biscuit. And it's Bush biscuit. I don't know that. Anzac biscuits I love. They're fucking awesome. Oh, yes, Charlie, Americans put corn syrup in everything. At least we have actual sugar rather than corn syrup. And I was very disturbed by the corn syrup that's in fucking everything in the US. Very disturbing. I might be more Team Smith than I thought. I'm having trouble drinking. I have to focus a little bit more. But I swear to God, I'm having terrible decadent ideas about just dipping things in chocolate repeatedly. Safa, completely different. Corn syrup and maple syrup are completely different. Maple syrup comes from maple trees, is way more expensive. Corn syrup is from corn, and because there's sugar in corn, and it's boiled down to this syrup. It's bad. Micro, don't put in everything. Oh yeah, but it's just disturbing the amount of processed foods in the US that have corn flour in it. So a Bush biscuit was the size of 6 normal biscuits. Okay, I don't know what that is, but it sounds great. Okay, so we're still talking red frog. Raspberry flavored gummy, sweet but firmer, like a fruit snack. There's a whole charity based around them to stop 17-year-olds getting drunk when they graduate high school. So, Brett, high fructose corn syrup industry used to air ads claiming corn sugar is the same as regular syrup. And they got sued for lying, yeah. And it's not. And even, like, it's just got put in so much. So strictly saying, if those huge biscuits tasted like a malto milk, I mean, I love the sound of them. I've never heard of them. I don't know what they are. Chog, want to bounce off the walls. A quadruple shot long black from a local barista. Oof. Not a coffee drinker. That sounds pretty intense. Yeah, no, I know. Actually, Micro, I know most Americans go, why the fuck is this stuff in everything? Everything's full of corn syrup and salt. Yeah, no, it's most sensible Americans think this seems like bullshit. And it is this huge grift where the corn flowers are subsidized. Corn growers. But we have an actual sugarcane industry here, so that would never really fly because we got a sugarcane industry. I mean, strictly saying, there's probably corn syrup in some stuff, but it's in fucking everything in America. Brett, sodium nitrite, key preservative. Okay. Well, known carcinogen, like preserved meats like ham, bacon, etc. are carcinogens, but they're yummy. Oh yes, American cheese is fucking weird. Hannah, there's no legal definition. Oh, natural. Okay. Yeah, let's well, you know, I don't know, chocolate seems natural to me. We could do it. One thing you doubt Americans ever taste. Oh, okay. You think American bread is sweet? Try bread from the Philippines. It's wild. It's wild how much sugar is in Filipino bread. Yes, randomly, Nog, the cane toad was an exceptionally bad idea. Disastrous, even. Hannah, we can make our Tim Tams like that tobacco, homemade tobacco. Get them addicted, cut them off from increased demand. Yeah, if we can blend. Well, I mean, sugar's addictive. We could probably get people hooked on it. Micro. Oh yes, I've known lots of Americans who obsessively look for Mexican Coke because it's made with sugar, not corn syrup. And yeah, Coke here is made with sugar, not corn syrup. Because we've just got a different lobby group. We had an established sugarcane industry. So, you know, they were not going to put up with being undermined by corn syrup. Oof. So just all these terrible / incredible snack food ideas. I reckon you could vape Tim Tams, honestly. Why not? Hannah is a Queenslander saying, can't play Toad Whack without cane toads. It's a summer pastime here. I don't think you'll ever have to give it up. There was a documentary, it was a light-hearted documentary done 80s or early 90s called Cane Toads, and it was fascinating. It was fascinating doing it. Strict Sega, there's probably vapes being marketed as Tim Tam flavored, honestly. Safa, are snacks evil? I mean, broadly, yes. Everything we've been talking about is definitely evil. Just, you know, sugar and salt and fat and whatnot. None of it's good. None of it's good. But it just fires off all the pleasure centers in your brain. So you want it. Like the way those fucking Twisties making my tongue come alive is just incredible. I was mentioning that cane toads, Doco. The two bits that really stood out for me, there's general stuff about people whacking cane toads and whatnot. And there's one guy who was a naturalist, and I think he was particularly looking after quolls, which are a marsupial that's often called native cats, because they kind of look a bit like cats. They're a carnivorous marsupial, little sharp teeth and whatnot. And he's looking after them, and in his yard once, one of the quolls bit a cane toad and died almost instantly. And the guy was enraged because the quoll is this beautiful, unique creature. The cane toad's just a big lump of shit. And he he was going to kill the cane toad, and he hit it with a golf club or something, and like hit it really hard. And they have those poison sacs on it. And what he didn't realize, when he hit it, he basically exploded one of the poison sacs on the toad, and it squirted up and hit him in the eyes. And the mucous membrane around his eyes just absorbed all this poison, and he's instantly was in excruciating pain. He said it was like being stabbed in the head. It was temporary blindness, but he straight away went blind, and he had the worst, most agonizing pain he'd ever felt, like in his whole face and head. He thought he was going to die, and slowly recovered in hospital and got his sight back. But that was pretty dramatic. The other one was the people who found out cane toad's skin can be hallucinogenic. And so they brew up hallucinogenic broth from cane toad skin. Oh, Brett, there's no question everything we eat is going to kill us. Just some faster than others. I mean, oxygen actually damages our body, which is very fucking weird. Oh, I do remember Toadzilla as well. Some people kind of keep them as pets, and they get really big. You know, don't stand over. Don't stand over a cane toad and whack down. What you want to do is whack out with a cricket bat or a golf club, and sort of whack. You don't want to stand over it and whack down, because the poison might squirt up in your face. But some, I was going to say native, but not just native, foxes do it too. They've found some native animals, some birds and whatnot, have worked out they can flip a cane toad over, because adult cane toads are big and slow and stupid. And they can flip them over, and there's a bit of meat like sort of on the underside that's not poisonous, and they can just rip that out, and it kills the toad and gives them a feed. Yes, of course, we've gone with the Simpsons. Well, there were two Simpsons things. There was Homer the Missionary, where he was licking toads, and I think cane toad's got a look in the Aussie one. Hannah, you've got a degree in health science. Everything will kill you. Yes. You do one thing to lower your risk, and it raises the risk that something else will kill you. Yeah, it's the way it goes. Chog. Oh God, I've just seen. Oh, okay, that's disturbing. I've seen horrific video of the mouse plagues in the last couple of years. Driving to Coonabarabra, it's like driving on bubble wrap. That's disgusting. I mean, thank you for sharing. Oh no, they eat everything. They are devastating. They are the fucking worst. I'll try and find a picture of it actually. Australia's Toadzilla. All right, here's a BBC report. See if there's a picture. There is a picture. Fuck off, BBC. Okay. Look at this. Where are we? You can see that's an adult human holding it, right? So it's like big as a torso. So that was found in the wild. Like no one was feeding it. That was found in the wild. And 2.7 kilograms. Good Lord. And yes, maybe they're just eating lost children. And yes, Safa, cane toads were introduced. There was an idea, there was a cane beetle that was damaging the sugarcane crop in Queensland. And I don't know, they heard from someone in South America, there was this toad that ate the cane beetle. So they imported it and released it. And it was a disaster. It did not eat the cane beetle and just basically destroying the Australian ecosystem. Make a souvenir coin purse. You can turn cane toad skin into leather. I've seen it done. God damn it, Jog. Driving in the countryside late at night when the shadows cast by car spotlights accentuate the problem. Good Lord. I saw what a lot of people were doing to try and trap them. They had like a 44-gallon drum, and they put a ramp up to it, and there was food dangling above the drum that the mice would like, and the drum's like half full of water, and just an endless parade of mice would run up the ramp to get the water, to get the food, and fall into the water, and the drum would just be this boiling mass of drowning mice. It's absolutely horrific stuff. Micro, these toads basically eat whatever, and because they're poisonous, anything that tries to eat them dies. So they're absolutely fucking devastating. Was that Justin, you have a fourth cousin saying to him as your brother? Well, I guess that happens. I found out there was someone in Melbourne with the same name as me. And I found that out because it was in the deep, dark past. And my mum had lost my phone number. As back when people still used phone books. And my grandmother had died. And my mum wanted to call me and tell me. And she'd lost my number. So she looked up the phone book. And there was someone with my name in the phone book. And she called them. And got their answering machine and left them a message saying their grandmother was dead. And then a day or so later, I found out this had happened. And Mum, that wasn't me. That was someone else. Oh my God. And she was in the phone book in your name. So I looked up, yep, sure enough, someone with exactly the same name as me. So I called him and he answered and he goes, hey, okay, weird fact, small world. I have the same name as you. My mum called you and said your grandmother was dead. To the best of my knowledge, your grandmother's not dead. That was just my mum being weird. And he was like, God damn, I wondered what the hell that call was about. I went, yeah, that's what it was about. So, yeah, fucking hell. Yes, and that was the whole thing. The cane beetle can fly. I don't know where someone got the idea the cane toads would eat the cane beetles, but they fucking didn't. Chalk, you just want to be Tim Smithed. You're at the... Oh, you got early gym session and... lot on at work. Well, I'm not going to the gym, but I am going to work, so I'm not sort of drinking more. Was it Phil Collins who said not lose the number? I'm thinking of another song that wasn't Phil Collins. That Ricky, don't lose that number. Do, 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 do. Sava, that call was probably like 20 years ago. Michael, you hate anything that flies. I remember an Irish comedian who moved to Australia in the early 90s, Jim Owen, and got quite famous. He had a whole routine about he's living in Sydney, and Sydney has a real cockroach problem. And he's chasing this cockroach around, it's running around. He's got it trapped. He's got the thong, and he's about to smash the cockroach, and it flew away, which freaked him out because he had no idea they could fly. And he's like, why did it wait till the last second to fly? Like, holy shit, if some giant was chasing me and I could fly, the first fucking thing I would do would be to fly. So separate snake oil situation, Australian cane farmers got members. I don't remember the specifics, but somehow they got convinced that importing this cane toad would solve their problems. Jim Owen has probably been an Australian citizen for decades, actually, because he's been here since early 90s, maybe even late 80s. I first saw him basically doing guest spots at the Harold Park Hotel in Sydney in the early 90s. Oh, yep. No. Now you say Billy. It's slightly Billy. Don't use that number. Yeah. Steely Dan was a bit more laid back. The cockies are awful. Oh, there's we don't have a huge cockroach problem here. Sydney has a massive cockroach problem, and the specific cockroach varies depending which suburb you're on. Some suburbs are these tiny ones, and uh, there's another one where the base size is about this big, which is different. Okay, Aaron's got a joke. What's the difference between Angry Aussie's grandma and a washing machine? I'm honestly hanging out for the answer to that. No, I can't think. I really want to know what the answer to that one is. I'm on tenterhooks. Oh my god, that's so good. Oh, that's fucking awesome. Washing machine doesn't cry when I put a load in. My grandma's been dead for a long time, but that is really good. That's fucking awesome. Oh yeah, no, Safa, we had the big fucking cockroaches in Dubbo. Sydney has a couple different sorts. So, Chog, you reckon the bigger cocky's less of an issue? Small brown ones just don't piss off. Yeah. Oh my god. Some suburbs in Sydney were overrun with the little ones. I know. Yeah, I think that's got a Jordan Peterson vibe, doesn't it? So, yeah. No, that literally works for any family member. In fact, my age, no one my age still has grandparents alive. Oh, actually, Safa, good question. These ones we're talking about are an invasive species, but there's the old videos on my channel. We used to have a pet cockroach, which was a native cockroach from Queensland, which is the biggest cockroach by mass. It's the heaviest cockroach in the world. We called her Crawley. And there's a couple videos on my channel. Does anyone want to see it? I've probably got enough time to find the Crawley videos. They're pretty cool. you know, state has the best problem when the sports team's now named after them. Well, yeah, that was the New South Wales Queensland state of origin rivalry. The New South Welsh people started calling the Queenslanders cane toads. So the cane toads started calling the Sydney team the cockroaches, which is pretty funny. Nicely. Oh, what's this doing? Nicely done, Micro. Smaller cocks are hard to get rid of. Big cocks have more confidence. The invasive species would have come in on the various boats and whatnot over things. Yeah, Chog, big cockies in West Dubbo, definitely. We've got a little bit of time. Does anyone want to see my pet cockroach videos? Which YouTube am I logged into here? Okay. Videos. See if I can find it. 2009. Hot damn. 14-year-old video. You know what? Even if you don't want to watch it, I'm going to show it. Most cockroaches fly, Justin. We were having that discussion. What we call oh no, where are we? Victorians, but from Cassie. Well, there's always the Mexican thing south of the border. All right. I'm going to show you the giant cockroach. This is the pet we had for a while. All right.
Here you go. Some people ask, do I still have my cockroach Crawley? Yes. There's Crawley in all her glory. A giant burrowing cockroach from Queensland. Extremely cool. And I say her because previously I used to say it or he out of default. But Crawley had babies. We'll introduce you to the Crawley family. Here we have the Crawley family. What are their names?
Well, that one is the biggest, and I think it is a kid,
Mm-hmm.
and it's creepy. That one is Creepy Crawley,
Okay, that's Creepy Crawley.
and that one over there is Tickly Crawley,
Tickly
and
Crawley.
see the tiniest one over there. That is Smally Crawley,
Smally Crawley.
and that is Crawley.
Crawley, and that's the Crawley family. And now
Yeah,
they go-
and there's something sad. These grub things ate 3 more. So there used to be 6, now there's only 3 because these grub things killed them.
Ah, yes, we found these big fat gross grubs in the tank, didn't we?
Yeah,
And there were a couple babies missing, so we think the grubs ate them.
yep, they did.
Gross.
Gross grubs.
So that was Crawley and the Crawley family. Oh yes, Cocky's cockatoos. There's a whole range of cockatoos. Yeah, that little like babyish voice you heard there. He's 20 now. He's got a man voice now. There's that little baby voice there, but he's a man now. 50 pesos to eat it. I mean, it's probably good eating. I think it's more closely related to a crab than anything else. Although I'm not sure. I could be wrong on that. But I think there's probably a fair bit of meat on that. Again, we don't have it. They died a while back. That was bloody 13 years ago, 14 years ago. Well, actually, how long ago was that? Just checking again. 14 years ago. So that was 14 years ago. So, yeah. They're still alive in our hearts. They're still alive on YouTube. YouTube just keeps things forever. Hey, do we want to talk about how many dead people are in my videos? Because there's a lot. Having been on YouTube as long as I am, I think it's a while since I've tried to work it out. I actually suspect might be up to double figures of the number of dead people who are in my videos. So, you know, that's a fun thought. I haven't tried to calculate it for a while because it's unsettling. Hannah, out of interest, what's the lifespan? A few years, actually. In sort of as a pet, I think they can live 3 or 4 years at least. First video on YouTube was 18 years ago. Yeah, you know, time fucking flies. Aaron, thoughts on Barry? I don't, man. That fucking weirdo was obsessed with me for a while, and I just kind of fucking ignored him, and I don't think he was okay with it. It's just like, no, it's just a sort of typical right wing blowhard. It's just, and fine, live your life, man. Why the fuck are you obsessed with me though? Yeah, Chog, YouTube can drink in pubs. That's a whole thing. So Sayer did a video about what would the average YouTube creator like to add to YouTube. Oh god, I mean, YouTube's changed so much. Oh, the star rating, that was wild. That's being kind to him, Chog. Again, just from my perspective, it was weirdo who appears to be obsessed with me. It's like he always wanted me to do responses to his hack attacks. It was like, guy's fucking boring. Well, I mean, there was definitely stuff I liked more back in the day. But, you know, things change. Oh, see, that was, strictly saying, that was probably my favorite time when there were the tabs and you could find, and you could base it in Australia and you could find most commented, most viewed, most, that was my favorite period because that made it really easy to find new people. Now there are literally people with millions, if not tens of millions of people, tens of millions of subscribers, and I've never heard of them. Hey, see, Justin, to be fair, AZ suggested everything was sexual. Oh, that's how you found me. Okay, cool. Oh my God. How do you know when you're in trouble? When you steal money from cancer kitties. Oh. Maiko, you remember being 11 or 12, learning about YouTube? Ladybugs, do it on my hand. And your mum screamed at me. Chog. It was very a homegrown, because before it was a business, it was just people who wanted to do it. And there was a real charm to that. You just wanted to do it. There was no business. But it's great that people make a living off it. I'd never did, but cool with people who do. Yes, we do have self-important wankers and family channels getting arrested for abuse. Yeah, that happens. That's a thing. That's definitely a thing that happens. But you know, it's like I said, it's phenomenal. Literally, people with tens of millions of subscribers, and I've never heard of them. It's just weird. Yes, Micro, the first video was one of the founders. In fact, the one who dipped out first posted a video of being at the zoo. Strictly Sega, did you not know that? Look it up. Look it up. It's a wild story. Being arrested for abuse. Yeah, no, that's happened more than once, I think. Yeah, Strictly Sega, I can comfortably say that because he actually has a criminal conviction for fraud, for saying the money was going to go to a charity and it didn't. Oh, knocked over an empty bottle. That's okay. So Hanny's saying it was a Mormon mum got arrested for abusing her kids with a business partner. Oof. Yeah, no, I'm sure it's not the only one. I'm sure there's been a couple over the years. Dodgy shit. And I've had too many close experiences with people just doing terrible shit. And it's like, oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. But that's people for you. basically. You get a sufficiently large group of people, and some of them are going to be terrible, no matter how things start out. Oh shit, Micro, she wasn't feeding them, taking their beds away? God damn it. Oh, Chog, I'm left wing, he's right wing. And he wanted to do these hack things to promote his bigoted horse shit. And I was just like, whatever, man. I did do one video where I was taking, this is the bit where AZ said it was sexual. It's like, okay, I think this guy's just a stalker now because he does these videos like he wants me to respond and I never do. So I assume he'll go away and he doesn't. So what the fuck? He seems obsessed with me and it's sexual. He wants you. Suffer. Right wing is in the direct family. I have that as well. So Mark is saying with this normal one of the kids escaped. Oh God, I heard that one. The kid showing up with the duct tape. Oh my God, yes, I saw that. God damn it. Yeah, no, that was messed up. Yeah, no, Micro, your heart's in the right place, man. Just wanting to do something good for people. Oh, God, those troubled teen camps in America are a fucking nightmare. They're torture camps. And, oh, no, there was a behind the... He's got the angry bingo card. I'm bringing up Behind the Bastards. There was a Behind the Bastards episode about those troubled teen camps. They're a fucking nightmare. Didn't get a bed for 7 months because he was a pain. No, those are fucking torture sites. Anywho, it's 10 o'clock and I'm going into the office tomorrow, as dumb as that sounds. Although I actually have a couple things to sit down face to face with people tomorrow. So that's okay. Chog, if you can ring fence certain things at Christmas dinner, that makes it easier. My family's really conservative. I come from Dubbo, for fuck's sake. Anyway, it's time for the ceremonial eating of the cherry. Oh my God, that's so fucking yummy. Oh, I love those cherries so much. All right. Going sleepy, Bobos. And yes, after tomorrow, we are probably continuing to watch Wheel of Time, watch season 2, because we rewatched season 1. Now there's a few episodes of season 2 out there. The whole thing. Oh, shit. Okay, Strictly Sagi, you're watching Knit Trap? Oof. That feels fucking tough, man. No, Hannah, I'm not finishing the Twisties. It's still half full. I got a peg somewhere. I'll put these in a cupboard, put a peg on them, and I might occasionally snack on them during the week. Oh God, Chog, you're gonna go watch The Bearing. I don't know how many videos that fucking weirdo did on me. Bit obsessive. But anyway, good night, everybody. I'll see you another time. And maybe Tuesday night? I don't know. I might be having dinner with my offspring. Who knows? Probably around sometime during the week. So I'll